Hello, everybody. Thank you for joining us. This is Play Too Much at Subculture. I'm your host, Brad Wagner. I'm in this beautiful subterranean Manhattan venue called Subculture, and we are lucky enough to be joined today from South Florida by Anastasia and Max from The Haunt. Anastasia and Max, thank you for being here.
Hi, what's up?
Hi.
Hey, thanks for doing this, man. This is great. So you guys have been generous enough to pre-record a set specifically for this, and it's so well done. I've had a chance to look at it, and we're looking forward to sharing it with the internet very, very soon. And want to talk a little bit about the EP. So Social Intercourse is going to be fully out in 2021. It's being released one song at a time. I know you guys just put out Constant. The third up is Twisted Dream. That one's coming out at the end of this month. So congratulations to you on this. Can you tell us a little bit about what you've just done and what the internet is about to see, what this video is that we're queuing up right now?
So this video is the set that we prepared actually right before the apocalypse happened. This was the set that we put together, a combination of our last EP and our new EP that's being released. It was a combination of a bunch of songs from both of those that we were planning on touring, but obviously the world fell apart. And so we decided to put this set to good use and record it. We went to one of our local clubs, Voltaire, who was generous enough to let us record. Funny enough, they're owned by a group called Subculture as well.
No way.
And we just went there and we played and we recorded it and we did the editing and our drummer did the visual and that's what we're gonna watch.
Cool. So thank you to Nick on drums for doing the visual. Thank you to Natalie who played bass in the band. So yeah, this is without further ado, we will get into it right now, guys. Thank you so much for providing this.
Thank you.
Hey guys, before we dive too far into it, I will fix this right now. I saw it was jerking a little bit. It was jerking on your side too, right?
Like the video
let me,
was jerking, right?
Yeah. So I'm gonna refresh right now. Sorry for the delay. I have just refreshed, and then it's gonna take me just a second to cue this back up. Sorry, I did not want everybody watching this the whole thing jerky after you guys put so much wonderful effort into it. I'm just about there. And now here it is, the internet. Guys, enjoy. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Yo, I'm so sorry. So give me like one more minute. Guys, can we let's chat a little bit. I'm going to reload the entire thing. This was working in sound check. I swear to Christ, that is the case. We will dive into it. I will fix it. I will definitely fix this. So tell us a bit about the production on this album while I'm fixing stuff. So I know that you guys worked with Matt Good, and who I'm familiar with from his Sleeping with Sirens, that most recent record. Can you talk a bit about what it's like when you guys get to work together, what he brought to the table and what it's like working to bring this project to life?
So it was definitely a different process for us than the first EP. Obviously, we don't live in Arizona. We live in Florida. So we flew out to Phoenix to record with Matt. And it was definitely an awesome experience. We loved being in Phoenix. Sorry, take one of these off. When we first got in the studio, like we talked a bunch about like the different songs and what direction we wanted to go. And we knew we wanted to create a sound that was kind of different than anything that we had previously made and different than what he had previously made. And so we came together, and the first song we actually went in and recorded was the first song that we ended up putting out, which was Brag About. And is that working now?
Yeah, I think so. It's back up. So let's I mean, I apologize to you guys for even for calling any of this into question, but I think it's up and running right now.
Let's see it.
Yeah. Let's dive right in. Here we are.
Before it collapses, reinforce my heart. The pathways are cracking, the ceilings come apart. The residents inside have all begun to panic, and I think you just might have been the start. That's all I have to ask. You wanna be the leader, then you fall into the bind. Maybe if we weren't here, it would all make sense. Maybe if you were gone, I could be different. Maybe in another life you'd be able to hear the words I couldn't formulate to get you home. Maybe if you were different, we wouldn't be so cold. Why are you so so I send the pressure now, blessing. Why would you do me wrong? You persecute the weak because it makes you feel so strong. Don't have much strength to fight, so I look to the light to make these wrongs so right. And I look to the light. No,
slowly. Where is it that we're going? She says I have no idea. I disregard the rudeness
and put up with the foolish bitch
you turn into with your best friends.
I tell her, so down, I'm not trying to fight. I can get my head right. I tell her, I know I can be narcissistic at times, and I know I don't appreciate that. She told me, it's clear you need to repair for your crimes. I tell her, why you gotta be such a brat?
She turns and asks me slowly.
Where is it that we're going?
I said, have you no idea?
I tell her, so down, I'm not trying to fight. I can get my head right. I tell her, so down, I'm not trying to fight. With you like you had last night. I tell her, I know I can be narcissistic at times, and I know you don't appreciate that. She tells me, it's clear you use me to repair for your crimes. I tell her, why you gotta be such a brat? Why you gotta be such a brat? Why you gotta be such a brat?
I know I can be narcissistic at times, and I know you don't appreciate that.
Oh, it's clear you use me to repair for your crimes, and why you gotta be such why you gotta be such a brat? I know I can be narcissistic at times, and I know you don't appreciate that. She told me, it's clear you use me to repair for your crimes. I tell her, why you gotta be such a brat?
All right. Yes. Thank you guys so much for doing this. This is outstanding. What's it? It's got to be a moderately weird for you to stand by and watch this video of yourselves performing.
It's not, we just because this isn't our first live stream, it's not like the weirdest thing at this point. And because we had to edit it together, we've seen and heard it so many times so that it's
This
not weird. It might be weird for Anna.
it's relatively recent history though, right? I mean, this was recorded not long ago.
That was recorded 3 or 4 days ago.
Yeah, yeah. So it's, I mean, it hasn't been looked at and edited so many times that you haven't seen it literally like hundreds or thousands of times. It still might be something fresh in your mind. But I didn't even know I'm talking about this. This is not what I mean to say. What I mean to say is, can you talk about some of the workarounds and the strategies that you guys have employed to do this stuff during COVID? I know you were saying that Nick did the video, that you did the audio, so you don't have the team around you maybe that used to exist when studio albums were being recorded. So what are some of the workarounds and strategies you guys have used to create this?
The biggest thing is just spending the time. We know that if we just are able to spend enough time and work on something, that we can work it out in any capacity. So we just as long as we just employ our resources, which we have on our team, which is like us and our management and the people that we do have throughout this whole apocalypse, as I keep calling it.
Yeah. I've used that word many times in the last 7 months also.
Yeah, me too. It's because it felt that way for a minute. But we I think more than ever throughout this year, we've really like gotten down to the nitty-gritty of like who is really good at what, and like separating everybody's jobs into like what we can how we can use everybody most effectively on our team. And that once we figured out that me and Nick could both handle the audio, but that he's better at video, so I'll handle the audio for this, and then blah blah blah, like it just kind of all fell into place.
Nice. Well, dude, I'm really glad that you guys are figuring that out and are adapting as needed. It's excellent. I mean, everybody tuned in to hear and see your band play. So let's dive back into music. We're about to hear 3 more, and then we'll cut back to chat a little bit. But we've got 3 more tunes coming up right now. Tell us a bit about what's coming up next.
After Brat, we play Constant, which is our newest released single. It's our the one I think we released it 3 weeks ago.
Yep.
This song, when we went into the studio to record it with Matt Good, we brought in a different version of this song. All the parts, all the lyrics and everything were the same, but it was very punk, the version that we were playing at that time. And when we went in with Matt Good, we both agreed that we could take this punk song with the bones were really good, and we could turn it into something that's totally different from what I feel like almost anyone's heard before. We tried to create this really futuristic, different take on a rock song that I think we accomplished it, and I hope everyone else thinks so too. And this is Constant.
All right, here we go. Thank you, guys.
Do the shit once a month, and I'm not complaining. When I feel your breath in my lungs, I hold on to what's remaining, and it's constant. And it's constant. I said you think you're smart. I said that you take the lead. I said forget your heart. Fuck your wants and your needs. Well, she said you think you're smart. I said that you take the lead. I said forget your heart. Fuck your wants and your needs. Well, we do this shit once a year, and I know I'm not complaining, and I know it's what you always hear, but those eyes are entertaining. And it's constant. And it's constant. She said you think you're smart. I said that you take the lead. I said forget your heart. Fuck your wants and your needs. Well, she said you think you're smart. I said that you take the lead. I said forget your heart. Fuck your wants and your needs. Well, we got a 52 Crosby sleep. I love her face and so does she. I said it's time for us to pack up and leave. She said in a minute and kiss me. I got a 52 Crosby sleep. I love her face and so does she. I said it's time for us to pack up and leave. She said in a minute and kiss me. I go, I do, I go. kiss me in a minute.
Kiss me.
She said, you think you're smart. I said that you take the lead. I said, forget your heart.
Fuck your wants and your needs.
Well, she said, you think you're smart. I said, then you take the lead. I said, forget your heart. Fuck your wants and your needs. Well, folks, I'm going down to St. James Infirmary to see my little baby that she stretched along white table. Well, she looks so good, so excited. Let her go, God bless her, wherever she may be. You may search this wide world of mine, but you'll never find another sweet like me.
Hey, thank you. Thanks, guys. I am, as weird as this might be for one dude to be clapping, I'm going to keep doing it after every time. I want you guys to know that we appreciate all the attention to detail that
No,
you
I
put into
appreciate-
this. Yeah. So there, I don't think if people are unfamiliar with this set, they could easily have missed the fact that there have been two covers so far in at least in the Louis Armstrong cover in drastically different style, or the Cab Calloway. It's drastically different style than the originals. So there have been two so far from Kanye and one from Louis Armstrong. I know there's one coming up later on in the set, and I think the later on one makes more sense because the band that we're about to hear, or will hear in the next part of the segment, third, is kind of more sonically similar to what your band sounds like, but Louis Armstrong and Kanye West are sonically very dissimilar. Can you talk a little bit about what resonates with each of those artists to you guys enough to want to play their songs in your set?
I mean, I can let you cover the Louis Armstrong one, but
Yeah, I was really drawn to that. Hey, I'm really drawn to like old blues and that type of vibe. There's also a Jack White White Stripes version of it.
Which
So
is much more similar to the one that we actually ended up playing. It's a lot more similar to the White Stripes version one that they played early on tour, and I think it was on one of their albums also. But we definitely wanted to cover that because we're huge White Stripes fans, and she's a huge fan of old classic blues. And
Nice, yeah, perfect
from that era.
intersection of both of
Exactly,
those things. Nice. How about Kanye?
well, we love listening to Kanye. I feel like that's a hot thing to say these days because
Dude, I mean, I don't know. I go back and forth on when I hear the word genius associated with his name. Sometimes that I buy it completely. Sometimes I think, dude, this guy's full of shit. He's great musically, but he's full of shit. But then sometimes I think genius is probably an accurate word. The dude is prolific.
I would say the same thing. I would say it goes up and down for me. Sometimes I'm like, he'll tweet something and you're just like, I'm nice at ping pong. And we're just like, what are you talking about? And then, but musically, I definitely think that he's up there with the best producers and musicians as a whole of our time. And I think Ultra Light Beam is definitely the one of those songs that's like a really good way to just like see that. Like, when you see Ultra Light Beam, it's not about him rapping, which I really like when he raps and all that stuff, but you can see him as a composer in the best light in a song like Ultra Light Beam. And when we heard that song, we really connected with it, and we were like, Kelly Price's vocals are ridiculous on this song. So we were like, let's do it. Let's cover it.
Yeah, dude. Well, I'm glad that you did. It sounds great. Do you want to talk about the cover that we're going to hear 3 songs from now, or do you want to leave it be and let it be a surprise, or do you want to chat about it now?
Let's let it be a surprise, and we'll talk about it after.
Yeah, outstanding. So we got the next song coming up, "Cigarettes and Feelings," is coming up in this next segment. Tell us about that song.
Cigarettes and Feelings is a song that we actually recorded with the producer of Lovely the Band, Christian Metis, and
I know Christian.
yeah, we flew out. Actually, we were in LA recording the music video for Twisted Dream when we recorded. Is that right?
yeah, that song is not announced yet, but
Huh?
we were doing that. We just said Twisted Dreams, which is not one of the songs we're going to be playing, but that is a song we do have coming out.
It is, but that's public knowledge, right? I mean, I read that on the regular internet. I didn't see that in a press release. I don't think.
It's
Like,
coming. It's coming.
People
It's coming.
people know that it's coming out.
It's coming soon.
Yeah. So yeah, we were recording the music video for that, and if there's no really correlation between the two.
There's no
but
correlation between the
We
two.
were in LA.
I was following the story. You're recording the
Yeah,
video for it. Okay. Yeah.
And so we went in the studio with him. We recorded that song. We wrote it with him, and it's definitely different from almost everything that we've ever put out. I would say it's, if you listen to our catalog, it's definitely the most drastic difference. But
It was one of the most peaceful studio experiences, though. It was like super easy.
it was so quick and easy, and he was a pleasure to work with, and it was awesome. And so we came out with this song, which is Secrets and Feelings.
All right. Thank you very much. Here we go.
To glow, sitting on a park bench high with you, waiting for the sun to smile on everyone. Cigarettes and feelings keep me.
There's something in the air. You got your hand on my chest. I love the way you swing your hair. Yeah, I think it's the best. I lose my mind when you whisper sweet nothings.
Your velvet turtleneck falling apart at the seams. My favorite thing about you, you always say what you mean. I love the way I light up when you call me. 1, 2, 3, I'm caught in the middle. I could go sitting on a park bench high with you, waiting for the sun to smile on everyone. Cigarettes and feelings keep me laughing when everything is all fucked up. I see rainbows when I think of us. It's all a dream. Cigarettes and feelings, you and me.
You got me fumbling. You never give me a break. I know one day this thing will kill me. You're my favorite mistake.
I love the way I light up when you call me. I know you see me there. You're always playing this game. You got me breathless, got me begging, drive me insane. I always fall for the things that will hurt me. I could go sitting on a park bench high with you, waiting for the sun to smile on everyone. Cigarettes and feelings keep me laughing when everything is all fucked up. I see rainbows when I think of us. It's all a dream. Cigarettes and feelings. We got this one truly. Guess we'll see how we end. With a bullet going straight through my head. God, this one truly. Guess we'll see how it ends. With a bullet going straight through my head. 1, 2, 3, I'm caught in the middle. I could go sitting on a park bench high with you, waiting for the sun to smile on everyone. Cigarettes and feelings keep me laughing when everything is all fucked up. I see rainbows when I think of us. It's all a dream. Cigarettes and feelings. Cigarettes and feelings, you and me. It gets darker and darker as the days go by. Too many clouds in my way, I can't see the sky. It gets darker and darker as the days go by. Too many clouds in my way, I can't see the sky. Never drinks different things happen for a while. Strike, place mellow, never got a smile. Bulletproof clothes and one more puff of light. Rule number 1 is you live or you die. And people getting sharper as you wander about. Move fast and you'll make it. The slow ones just fall. People getting sharper keeps you on the ball. Move fast and you'll make it. The slow ones just fall. Never things different than different. And everything's different, been different for a while. Straight face fella who never got a smile. Bulletproof clothes and one McGruffle eye. Rule number one is you live or you die. Everything's different, been different for a while. Straight face fella who never got a smile. Bulletproof clothes and one McGruffle eye. Rule number one is you live or you die. Till I'm done. Say my name again. You're caught in the middle. You're caught in the middle. And you're begging for me to stay. 'Cause every now and then my love calls like a whistle. It calls like a whistle. And it's blowing your mind again. Got me crawling in the shadows to the smoke of the tobacco, burning slowly out the window, whichever way it blows. There you go, I won't go till I'm done. I'm a slave to your addiction, your affection and your friction. Got all the money to buy exactly what I want, but you're not for sale, honey, no second chances, oh no. Say my name again. Tell me you're caught in the middle. You're caught in the middle. And you're begging for me to stay. 'Cause every now and then love calls like a whistle. It calls like a whistle. And it's blowing your mind again. She's got the devil on one shoulder and the other's getting colder. She looks so good, but it's not nearly feeling like it's supposed to. Going so, going so, going. Say my name again. Tell me you're caught in the middle. You're caught in the middle. And you're begging for me to stay. 'Cause every now and then my love calls like a whistle. It calls like a whistle. And it's blowing your mind again.
Nice. Dude, I love that that ending right there. Yeah, boy. And I think there's maybe I stopped it a second too early. There's a little bit more of that coming up too. Yeah. We'll get the woo before the next segment. Can we talk a little bit about what's coming up next for you guys? I mean, are you doing are you mostly focusing on studio stuff, on writing and doing the things that you can do during this lightweight apocalypse as this lightweight apocalypse unfolds? Or are you trying to figure out like creative ways to get back on the road if and when things open back up in a smaller scale way? Like, are you guys trying to hack ways around performing live but doing it safely?
we're trying to ride the same wave as everybody else, which is we obviously want to play shows, but our impatience of like really wanting to play shows, we're trying not to let that cloud our vision of trying to make sure that everybody's safe and um trying to, because if we take part in like these bar shows that are happening right now and like parties and stuff like that, which are the only things that are allowed to happen anyway, we're prolonging the amount of time until we're able to have real
Yeah,
shows.
yeah.
um, and so we don't want to be a part of that. We of course want to play, but as soon as everyone feels like it's safe, I know the vaccine is supposedly on the way, and we're going to try to wait until everyone feels like there's almost no chance of this continuing to spread. Obviously anything can happen, but we don't want to be like on the front lines playing crowded rooms when it's unacceptable to do so. We don't want people to
Associate your name with this thing the same way they
yeah, not
associate
only
chain
that,
smokers with that crazy show in the
yeah,
in the
that was
Hamptons.
crazy
Yeah, yeah,
too.
yeah.
But it's not even. I mean, yes, name association is bad, but like we also just genuinely want for everyone to be safe and for this to just be over. So we're not gonna try to rush anything that needs to happen. Everyone will still be here in a few more months, and we'll just do it then. As for right now, we're writing a ton to try to continue to put out new music as fast as we can. Um, we have a bunch of songs demoed and trying to get them recorded whenever it's safe to do so, and trying to focus on stuff like this where we can still play, but no one is in danger.
Yeah, yeah. Well, dude, it turned out amazingly. I mean, it's just as weird for me to be in this 250 capacity room with me and Daniel. There's two of us here right now. I'm sure it was weird for you to be at Voltaire, right? That's where you recorded.
Yeah, it was Voltaire. Yeah, it's the same kind of thing. It was like it's like a 200-person club, and we were playing it to like our mom. I don't know if you know, we're brother and sister, but we're brother and sister. We were playing to our mom, and the camera person.
I mean, I'm sure that they appreciated it immensely. It really is something to when speakers are actually rattling your chest and you get that vibe. It's I'm sure they very much appreciated that private show.
They didn't actually, because when we were recording this, because of the way the mics work and stuff like that, to try to avoid feedback, pretty much everything was like all the way down.
So no vocals. They're just hearing kick drum and bass.
And cymbals and bass. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, dude. I used to record a lot of knockdown sessions in the same room with artists. I'm very, very familiar with the "Where Are the Vocals" versions of recordings. But still, man, loud music is exciting, whether or not you can hear the lyrics.
Right, exactly. Yeah, and it was awesome of the subculture group of Respectable. We actually did one of these also at another club called Respectables, which is owned by the same place, right on the same block. And Voltaire, they were great for letting us just come in there. And record this for you guys. So
nice. Well, and can we also, before we get into the next segment, this may be ridiculous of me to promote somebody else's live stream on our live stream, but I don't care, man. You guys are doing very soon on election day, you're doing the I Voted concert series live stream, which is awesome. So you want to amplify your voices. I mean, that's a cool thing to choose to do. Can you talk a little bit about what that's going to be and how that helps to raise awareness? And we also want to use this platform right now. I mean, go please to vote.org, to vote.gov, to make sure that you are indeed registered and make sure that
the I Voted live stream is too late to register. So if registration's still open in your state, definitely go register, go out and vote. No matter who you're voting for, just make sure you use your voice and get out there. You can't complain if you don't vote.
Yeah, that's well said. Can you tell us, we got two more coming up, Bragabout's next. Tell us a bit about Bragabout, and then we shall proceed.
Bragabout, that was the first single that we put out from this EP. It was the first song we recorded too. I think I mentioned that earlier. When we got in the studio with Matt Good, we went through the demos, and we just decided that was going to be a really fun one to start with and jump in and try to create this like really big rock, like anthem-esque kind of song. And so we went in the studio and recorded that. We actually we wrote that song when we were away on tour. I think I wrote it when we were in Europe on tour with Palais Royale. And so it's about being away on tour and being away from the people that you care about. And it's an incredible experience to be on the road and be like experience. It's an experience that a lot of people don't get to experience. But it's it's an interesting thing to try to put into words about watching everyone like progress through their lives, and you're doing this, which I guess technically still is a progression, but it's very much so like you're in a time capsule because you're stuck with you're not stuck, but you're like with the same group of people, and you're doing this performance every night and going on the.
I'm with you, dude. I'm with you completely. You're saying it very eloquently. I'm on board.
Thank you. Yeah, it's an interesting thing, and it's hard to explain, but that's what this song's about. That amazing but also weird feeling of you're doing something and going through something that most of the people around you can't like really relate to, and you're away from them, and it's hard to keep in touch and stuff.
Nice. Well, hence the song. Thank you for having that experience, taking that experience, putting it into song form. Here we go with Brag About.
I've never seen a face like that before. It made me so lonely. And every time I wait outside your door, you're waiting for somebody else. So tell me what this is to you, and if it's something to brag about, what don't you? 'Cause you knew you're all I had to lose, and that was nothing to brag about. I knew what. That when I get back, you won't be there. Maybe I'm still the wish you fucking stayed. I left my life behind. With the city place, date and time. Thought it was clear that you were mine. Now everywhere I look, I see the sign. And I go out and my hometown's broken. Here on the ground, there's a love that's frozen. When the words of your mouth, it was set in motion. I wish you fucking stayed. And I go out and my hometown's broken. Here on the ground, there's a love that's frozen. When the words of your mouth, it was set in motion. I wish you fucking stayed. I came back to see nothing's like it used to be. All that's left is you and me. The rest is history. 1, 2, 3, 4. Back around and my hometown's broken. Here on the ground, there's a love that's frozen. When the words of your mouth, it was set in motion. I wish you fucking stayed. Wish you fucking stayed.
All right. Thank you, Max. Thank you, Anastasia. This is great.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, we really appreciate you coming and doing it. So says the internet. Good stuff. They definitely rock. They def rock in internet parlance. I agree. Got some fire emojis. You got some love eyes emojis. So people were happy. Thank you so much for doing this, and have a great live stream on election day. The I Voted concert series is happening, and the details will all, of course, be up at thehauntband.com as soon as you guys are able to go out and play shows in front of real live people, and as new music comes out. Where do you guys tend to be the most active? Are you Instagrammers? Are you
On Instagram, yeah. You can find all of that on.
At We Are the Haunt.
Nice. That We Are the Haunt. Well, guys, thank you so much for doing it. And we'll also will very much be on the lookout for Twisted Dream. That's coming out at the end of the month, October 30th, just in time for Halloween. That will be out in the world. So great. Best of luck on Social Intercourse. It comes out in stages between now and at some point in 2021, it will be fully out. So thank you so much for sharing a bunch of it with us today.
Thank you so much for having us.
Thank you for having us.
All right. I'll see you guys.
Bye.